Hello, this is Coach Roger Bachek, your Live Younger, Longer health coach. And remember, when you hear that whistle, pay serious attention. And I hope I can bring it out at the right time and blow it so you pay serious attention. Well, I hope you're doing well. It's crazy. Another week's gone by. It's already just about the end of February. It's the fourth Tuesday in February. And the American Heart Health Month is coming to a close. Last week, I said I was going to talk about brain health today, and I am going to talk about it very briefly, but in retrospect, I got to thinking about it. We really need to close out hard on our heart health. So, pay serious attention. Our heart, our brain is about 60% fat. And we're going to talk about that. I talk about plant powders all the time and the importance of them. But I want to talk about also something else the Great Juice Plus Company did, is that was to make an omega blend. Instead of using fish oil to come up with omegas that are support our brain health and heart health, they came up with 5 plants that they squeeze and get the oil out of and give you a product that's got a combination of 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9 omegas. It is incredible for your brain. It's proven scientifically, again, with a scientific study, that this actually gets into your system and does you more good faster than fish oil. And our brain is the only one we've got, just like our heart. You got to treat it right, and it will treat you right. So I just want you to remember that. And at the end, if you want to call me about that, we can talk about that and do it. I'm going to put it back here with the plant powders. It's the 3 plant powders: fruits, veggies, and berries, make up we call the trio, and the omega blend rounds it off into the quad. So just pay serious attention. We have plant powders and the omega blend that not only helps your brain but helps your heart as well. So as I said, this is the close, coming up to the close of the American Heart Health Month. Well, I want you to consider making every month your Heart Health Month. Again, we're only one beat up away from being here. And we don't know what's going on inside our body. So what can you do to make your heart healthy? How do you know your heart's healthy? Oh, there's all kinds of TV ads. You can buy this little gadget for $100 and you can put your fingers on it and so forth. Well, I asked the PA at my heart doctor's office. I said, "Are people buying that?" And she said, "Oh yeah." And I says, "Is it accurate?" She said, "I think so." Well, I don't know, but why do they put all these electrodes on you when you're getting an EKG, and here you're going to have 2 fingers? I'm skeptical, but it may be a whole lot better than not doing it. But that's up to you. You do your research on that. Like you say, how do you know your heart is? But I want to again come back to the fact that February is American Heart Month. In this picture, I was going through the various photographs I have for presentations and so forth. And this was one of the ones I found several years ago about February, America's Heart Health Month. And it is very moving if you think about it. This is showing that your heart is in your hands. Okay? And so your heart health is directly proportional or created by your hands, because your hands put the food in your mouth and other things you do that could possibly damage your heart health. So I want you to think about that. So we talked about lean. You remember, I'm a lean certified health coach, and the fact that that's all about lifestyle, exercise, attitude, and nutrition. Lifestyle is how you live. Exercise is how you move. Attitude is how you think. and nutrition is what you eat. And it all comes back to the fact that that's what your hands do. Your hands can control so much of it along with your brain. So are you living lean? You don't know. But I think it's very important that you do, because if you remember last week, we closed with this being the simple math. So I want you to treat your heart right. It's the only one you've got. I know people are having heart transplants, but there's a lot of things about that you may want, you may not want. But I do know there was a gentleman in the neighborhood we live in that he lived something like 12, 15 years, and he did pretty good. But your heart is the only one you've got, and one stop, and it's gone, and everything's over. So be good to your heart. Live lean. Live lean. Do things. It's mind, body, spirit. And I want you to know that attitude. I've really been looking at attitude this month, and my own attitude based on what I watch and read and think about. When I listen to too much talk radio, I get irritated. But I just have to have faith. I think faith is one of the keys to all around wellness. And as we go on here, as you follow me and help build my following, we're going to talk about blue zones and how you can have your own blue zone. If you don't know what that is, Google it. You'll get a lot more than you want to read, and we'll talk about it. Well, my thing is, I really want you to come along. I want you to think about talking to me about making health your hobby, how to open your internal pharmacy, how to remove waste from your waste, and how to reduce pain and inflammation. That is what lean is all about. And as we move on, I'm going to spend a lot more time talking on that. And I will have events and whole courses, if you will, whole sessions that I'd like you to come along and listen to, and I come alongside of you, and we'll work things out. So think about doing that. So that's really what I have today. But again, treat your heart right, and it'll treat you right. I want to wrap up with, if you like what you're hearing, please share this video with others, bring others with you. We're just going to have a good time. And again, why Coach Roger? Because I walk the walk and talk the talk. And it just as simple as that. And I'm not here to try to force you into buying an expensive program and telling you got to eat 30 things of this and 20 things of that today. You just need to push back from the table a little bit and make friends with my friend Willpower and make one simple change at a time. And remember your plant powders. That's one of the simplest ways you can change your health. People look at me like, oh, you can't be serious. But it's real. Haven't taken for the last 16 years because it doesn't work. So with that, God bless. We'll see you next Tuesday. And remember, ask Coach Roger.